my god, The Boys Season 2, I can finally talk about it, guys. The Boys are officially back, and I'm so excited to discuss it. Thank you so much, Amazon Prime, for sending me the exclusive screener for Season 2 of The Boys. I've been so anticipating this show, as a crappy year as this year has been. This is something I was very much looking forward to, the fact that it didn't get delayed, and now I can finally enjoy it and discuss it with you guys. So let's just have a great conversation down below in the comment section, guys. Big thing to understand is there will be no spoilers in this, so you guys are safe. I'm just here pretty much to get you hyped for why you guys need to watch Season 2 of The Boys. The second it drops on September 4th. And do understand, if you guys do want some spoiler reviews, I will be doing spoiler reviews for every single episode as they are released. So do look forward to that, and make sure to hit that like and subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on that. The Boys Season 2 picks up directly where Boys Season 1 left off, and in such a fantastic way. It really takes you going. I will say this, coming off the first season, which I actually think the first season is one of the best seasons of television I've watched in quite a while. I was so impressed with it. I was just taken back by it. And I was so in love with the show that, I do want to still pick up the comics. I need to get on that now, especially after watching Season 2. Coming into Season 2, there was a huge hype level for me that I'm like, this has to be great. I mean, I love the first season. I want it to live up to that. Say anything less that it doesn't just meet those expectations, but surpass them in so many fantastic ways. I loved The Boys Season 2 in so many damn ways. I was so impressed with this season. I was taken back. My jaw hit the floor at times, and the satirical elements still continue to the way that it appears into our world and other superhero genres. But they take these characters, almost nearly every single one of them, and add so many different layers to them that it's so hard to talk about in such a non-spoiler review. So I can't wait to discuss in those spoiler reviews on some of the character elements that do happen in here, because there are twists and turns. There are moments that made my jaw hit the floor, just like the first season did. But I'm ready to say I think the Season 2 is better than the first season in a lot of different moments, but it takes its time more with the characters this time around. It starts with a more slower pace, and as it's building upon, I said, okay, there's some subplots in here. I need to see where they get going. And they end up going into certain avenues that I just was so impressed by, that I just, again, the season ended and I go, damn, I need Season 3 right now. I think the best way to kind of dive into this review is to really jump into these characters. Almost every single one of them has a moment that really stuck out to me in such a bright light, but the ones that really kept it going and really added so many different layers to them, that really were the ones that I'm like, oh my god, they're freaking awesome. Let's jump into Homelander and Butcher. Of course, the parallels between them we saw established in the first season continue in this. The psyche of Homelander 1 is just completely derivative, it's cynical, and it's disturbing as all hell, but that adds even more layers into here. You get to know more about Homelander, and the way that big bomb dropped when you find out that Butcher's wife is still alive and she has Homelander's kid. That adds a lot of different sprinkles of elements of carnage throughout this whole entire season, and Butcher is a big element to all that as well. I love Karl Urban, and I actually think this guy deserves an Emmy nomination after this season, specifically because of how great he is in this role. He's not just, the jolly good, oh, I'm gonna call you a C-word type man. He says all that stuff. He's still kooky, he's still funny, he's still crazy as all hell. But the thing that they did so well with Butcher this time around is giving him a more dramatic approach and adding a lot more to his family life, his personal life, little sprinkles into the life that he's now going about. And I absolutely loved what they were able to do with his character. And of course, jumping into brand new characters this time around, let's jump into Aya Cash's Stormfront. Holy crap. I don't know anything about her from the comics other than that she was actually a male in the comics and now she's played by a female. Freaking awesome character. It's a character that has a lot of mystery behind it, and every moment with her, you just know that something is off. And once you finally figure out what's off, you're like, oh my god. But she makes this character so entertaining, so engaging, that you just can't stop watching. Ash just does such an excellent job with it. Whether it's Huey, Starlight, Queen Maeve, who really gets a big boost in the season, A-Train, Mother's Milk, The Deep, Frenchie, or of course even Kamiko, there's so many different elements in this season that just completely topple on one another and just keeps building and building till a ferocious finale. Again, each and every one of these characters gets some more layers to it, some more than others, but every single person gets that little bit to it that you're like, okay, there's something more to you than there was in the first season, and I just love that. And one character in particular I'm still waiting a little bit on, but they added a little bit more to him, is Black Noir. I know certain things from the comics with him that some people have spoiled for me, and I'm really excited to see where they do end up taking this character, but Black Noir is just a badass in this season, and I love what they were able to do with him as well in this. They do such a good job of how much the events from the first season really affect this season, and how everything really comes full circle. Out of all the characters, there is one though that I was wanting a little bit more from, and that is Giancarlo Esposito, of course from famous Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. I was really intrigued to see what they were going to do with this character this season, and for me personally, I don't think they did entirely too much with him. I was kind of waiting for something bigger to drop with him, but he still was an intriguing character, and I had to mention him nonetheless. Like I said, The Boys Season 2, it's slower than the first season, but it's not meandering. It takes its time with our protagonists and antagonists to understand their motives and even the characters a little bit deeper. One of the things that has always stuck out to me the most is how The Boys handle satirical moments. Of course, within season 1, we see a lot of that within, of course, our society, but mostly just the way that it's spin on the comic book genre and superheroes, and of course, most notably the Justice League. Unite the Seven, right? Well, there's the Seven in here, and they're not the best people in the world. The thing I love about season 2 is how it, again, doubles down on that element, but also throws in new things like the media, conspiracy theories, more people kind of behind the scenes playing around with all that, and especially not just the media, but the way that it handles race feels so tied into a lot of the different things that happened in this year in 2020, and I absolutely just loved that. There's so many political, satirical elements in this that are just so smartly written, and again, the stuff about the media was just absolutely great how they were able to really tie that into our superheroes and everything that happens within them. This allegory that it just continues is just perfection. Before I give you my final thoughts on The Boys Season 2, guys, make sure again to comment down below and let me know your guys' thoughts here. How excited are you guys for the Season 2? Well, who was your favorite character in the first season? Let's discuss it all down there, as well as hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss out on those Boys 2 episode reviews. I'm so excited to do those. As well, guys, head on over to Samsung Films on how to see films early, and of course, just a big thing to you and a big thing to my Patreon supporters, because without you, I wouldn't be able to do this. Boys Season 2 is satisfying. It's disturbing, it's twisted, it's messed up, it's cynical, it's dark, it's deceptive, and it has so many jaw-dropping moments in each episode that you guys will be just on the floor like, oh my god. I know I was in some particular moments. I was just, oh my god, what is going on? This season is fantastic. It takes what the first season did and builds on top of it in such a momentous push. Each and every character gets a really great added layers to them, and there's so many twists with each and every one of them that you're just going to be taken back. The new ones, even the ones I didn't even get to talk about, are going to be taken back, and many of you guys are going to absolutely love. I love the satirical elements that it takes place in our world with politics and with superheroes, with the media. Every single one of those elements are just great. You can totally tell that this is just a total passion-filled project for every creator behind the scenes, and the wait for Season 3 is absolutely going to be killer. So with all that said, I'm going to give The Boys Season 2 an A+. Thank you guys again so much for clicking on this. I cannot wait to discuss with you guys in each and every one of those episode reviews. Look out for those guys, very coming up soon. And of course, until next time, stay classy.